Good evening in Orakiva and good morning in Tucson. And Happy New Year to everyone around the world. My name is Wayne Firestone, and I'm the Executive Director of the America-Israel Friendship League, and we are back. It is now time. Last year, we had to, take a few punches. We had to roll with the punches. This year, we're coming out swinging. And we've done this before for the first time with Krav Maga on our webinar series, and people responded so well to it. We have a great turnout today. We want everyone, put something in the chat now about where you're calling in from. If you've got a New Year's resolution to do more exercise, to get better in shape, put something in there about what you're hoping for the new year. We know that in Vaccination Nation that Israelis have been rolling up their sleeves, and friends and our own staff have already been vaccinated. And so there is this hope that now is becoming more concrete for everyone. And we're going to start today with, we're not treating anyone lightly. We're actually throwing you right into it. We're going to do a lot more of action than talking today. And I see people already calling in from all around, from Toronto, from Florida, from New York. We're so happy to have everybody here. New Jersey, a shout out to New Jersey, Arizona. Everybody's on today. We're excited to be back with you. So first, let me introduce, we have back with us again, two of our favorite instructors. Zeev Cohen is calling in from Tel Aviv. Zeev's the founder of Impact Krav Maga and got his MBA from Haifa University up on the hill in physical education. We're glad to have Zeev with us. And sort of on the other side of the United States today, a few time zones away, Danny Zelig, who got his Krav Maga certificate in training from the prestigious Wingate Institute in Israel. He is the founder of Tactica and is in the Bay Area. And we're thrilled to have both of you with us. Danny, maybe start with you. Tell us a little bit about where you're calling in, a little bit different from your studio this time, and any resolutions you have for the new year.
Sure. Greeting everybody from Santa Clara, California. Thank you for the introduction. Today, in this before we're going to go to the session, I have a very the idea of my session is actually, it's not going to be that physical. It's going to be a little bit more of a mindset and a behavior code. After that, Zeev is going to take and it's going to work you really good. So I'm going to be light on you. I'm going to prepare you to what to Zeev's torture afterwards. Okay. So my session today will be pretty much mindset and how to use common objects. And just to reverse a little bit, just for you, to understand my mindset, when it comes to mindset and even as resolution, I don't believe in resolutions. Resolution are stimulant. I like to tell my students, instead of resolution, replace it with a plan. Plan is much more solid and it creates some kind of discipline. Resolution is stimulant, go really fast. So make a good plan for 2021. You got to prepare for it. And my hope for 2021 is that we're not going to miss 2020. So let's get to work. So again, as I said, yeah, go ahead. You have a...
So let me just also give Zeev a chance to say hello from Tel Aviv, and then we'll start with our first segment. Zeev, where are you calling in from today, and what are your hopes for the new year?
Well, greeting, good evening from Tel Aviv, Israel, of course. We are now at very interesting phase of dealing with COVID, because Israel is, probably most of you know, that first in the world to vaccine of our population. So it's very challenging and interesting time because at the same time we are at our third lockdown in Israel. So we are hoping that the graph will meet at some point when disease is climbing up, vaccine is going up in the percentage, and hopefully, as usual, I'm optimistic. I think that COVID, with all the challenges is throwing us at will do positive things at the end to all of us. Like it's a very basic part of the Krav Maga of getting used to and to new realities, to new situation, and it's like it's challenging us, and we will do good with that, all of us. So good evening to us, and it's fun to have you.
Sounds great. So optimism and adaptability for the new year. Those sounds like two good resolutions. Danny, take it out. Take us to your mind space.
Yeah. So the thing that I like to work the most, I mean, is basically set up our mindset. Because once we know and understand, we don't need to remember. And then if we focus only about techniques and what to do, it's like homework. If we need to remember things, we will forget. So my idea is to poke our minds in order for us to understand what it is we need to do. And once we understand, we don't have to remember. Then it turns, after certain repetition, it turns into natural behavior, better response, quicker response, and better problem-solving thinking. So as I said today, I want to focus on common objects. So there are many objects we can get for self-defense. So, but I'm not going to talk about what you should get, because most likely you won't. So I want to focus about what we have and what we can use, how to use it correctly. Before we're going to go to the specific detailed training, I would like to talk about another type of training, which is visualization. Visualization training, actually, it's extremely, extremely important. And what do I mean by that? Imagine you're at your home or at your office, which is maybe in the future will come, but let's talk about your home. And visualization for me is to think, to play that game of what happened if. So if I'm sitting in the living room and I have a home invasion and someone comes into the house while I'm sitting in the couch, now what? Now what do I do? What do I do if I'm in the bedroom? What do I do if I'm in the shower? If I'm totally naked and shower myself and someone gets in? What do I do in every place? Now, the idea of visualization is that once I create a scenario and I work through it to my mind is starting to be familiar with that situation, which means if God forbid it happens, it's not going to be a new thing. And what is freezing? Why do we freeze when we encounter new things? Because our brain sees something new, and what it tells us is something very natural. It tells us stop, wait, analyze what's going on, and then respond. In a calm situation, it's fine. In self-defense, it's disaster. It's basically a life-risking process. We are not allowed to freeze. We need to respond. So what happens if we visualize specific things in our mind, and God forbid it happen? It's not a foreign thing to our brain, because it's in our brain. It happened before. Therefore, you will be quicker to respond. So sitting 3 minutes a month and visualize, what would I do if I'm in the living room and this happened in my house? An intruder comes in, and one intruder, two intruder, what would I do? And the point is, as you see, we don't have to be monks in some kind of a mountain to have skills. We can learn skills much faster than we think we do if we work correctly and we focus on what needs to be done. So, for example, you sit in a living room and there are plenty of files, police files of home invasion when a person entered the house and the victim was in the living room, and especially when he has a child with him. There are terrible videos to watch, and I don't like to watch them. But what do I do from there? Okay, so we'll start with something simple. This visualization work. Spend 3 minutes a month, 3 minutes. And each time in a different room. And whilst I sit in the living room, I said, okay, if I'm sitting here and watching TV with a remote, now what do I have? What do I do? What is available? Okay. Once you start thinking about that, what do I see next to me? A vase, a picture frame, a remote control, this, and that. Try to visualize what you can do and where you can go. Okay. Again, this type of training is very, very important. Now, what is available for me in different room? In the kitchen is the easiest thing. The kitchen is like it's like a weapon room. It's not a problem. But once you sit in each room and you think, what would I do? What object can I use from each room? Yes, you'll see it. It's gonna, first of all, it's gonna increase your attention to details, which is very important. And attention to detail is one of our core foundation in Krav Maga. And attention to details doesn't mean that you have to dwell with negativity. Once you develop this attention to details, actually it's going to apply to a lot of positive things. Again, as when I immigrated to the US in the early 90s, I came to study film, and when I learned script writing, actually the professor said the same thing: attention to details, work on attention to details in order to enhance your imagination, and so on and on and on. So I don't want to paint a apocalyptic picture. So attention to details, it's actually it's good on many, many different levels. So we use it now for self-defense. So when I'm starting to pay attention what I can use, it's also make me aware of what I don't have available. And think of it, you're in a bedroom and we hear a noise, someone comes to the house. The first thing that we do, we open our eyes, we stare, our pupils move left to right, and then the power of denial take over. We close our eyes and we go to sleep and we hope that everything's okay. So what we need to do is kind of the opposite. Don't let things go. If you hear something and your inner bells are wrong, you get up and now see what is available, what is next to me, pick it up and go deal with the problem. So what is that we pick up? What do we have available for us? Again, sit in every room, see what it's available, and we'll take it from here now. Okay. Once we see what's available, when we use to common object, we need to understand that throwing is not good. If I take an object and throw it to the attacker, it's actually not a good idea, because most likely we're going to miss. And if we do hit, you need to understand that also the invader or the attacker in your house is going to be either adrenaline or other drug. Even if you hit them and he moves, he's going to keep on charging. So using the object to throwing it is basically you're wasting time of doing something else. So if we do use common objects, I need to use it more of a striking tool than a throwing tool. Object that I can use as putting something in between me to create some kind of obstacle or to delay the attacker movements are great. Sofa, chairs, drop something in between that allow me to do something else, yes. But if I have a small object, I definitely want to use it as striking and not as throwing. Now, even if you're good, if your targeting is very good, try targeting under stress. See that our targeting is not that great under stress to throw and hit something. We can do 10 push-ups and try to aim something and you'll see how bad our targeting is. Using common object, yes, it is actually more recommended to use our own body. Ideally, in self-defense, if I can use objects to strike, to defend myself, then the legs, then everything else, okay? Instead of using my knuckles or my body, if I can have something to strike, actually safer, it means I have more range and it has more power. So what to use? You sit in different room, different area, scan what is available. You in the car, what is available if you have somebody's trying to snatch your car, somebody get into your car. What to do, what object is available. It's a whole process, obviously, with someone in the car, but there are connections in this type of behavior. So my homework to you before we're going to start move is do that visualization work, 3 minutes a month. You'll be surprised what it can do for you. Next thing, what is available? Now, there's a lot of objects we can use for self-defense, but we need to be realistic. When do we going to buy it? Are we going to carry it? What is the legality of carrying it? As you know, especially in California or even the East Coast, the limitation of carrying objects as for self-defense are very strict. So what do we have? What can we use as common object? And I think that the most common object that we have is actually a cell phone. Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of people, especially women, use a cell phone to use as if they see a threat or they don't feel comfortable, they call and they either pretend or talk on the phone as if someone is with them. So we think that effect that it gives us that we're not alone will keep us safe. But it's exactly the opposite. Guys, once this goes to your ear and your eyes goes down, the sign of a victim of a prey goes up right away. All right. So it means, in general, don't use the phone while you're walking. Okay. Don't use the phone while you're driving. We know all those things. Don't text when you move and so on and on and on. I've seen ridiculous accident. I've seen here in Santa Clara in the parking at Safeway, a young lady got killed from by hitting by a car just because she was crossing her way from the car to the lobby of Safeway, and the car that was passing by was going no more than 10 miles an hour. So the phone, yes, when we use it for self-defense, it means as a striking tool. Okay, so we get to work a little bit, and my movement gonna be slow. I'm gonna use my classes also a little bit of warm up towards the next one. I don't want to squeeze a lot of energy out of you in this session. So we're talking about the phone itself. Most of us don't like to use the phone as a self-defense tool, and guess what? Why? Because it's expensive. I mean, what is the average cost of a phone? Between $500 to $2,000. So we see it as a precious thing that we will not use it. We have to keep it because it's very expensive. So we need to understand priorities. Our priorities are safety. There is no object that is more valuable than our own life, obviously. And unfortunately, I've seen cases, at least 2 cases of people that I know that actually lost their life because they needed to protect their laptop or their valuables. So I'm gonna just say one simple sentence. There is no object in the world that is worth losing your life for, okay? So we're gonna start with a phone. Let's examine the phone. I have a very basic phone with a case. So as you see the phone, the strong parts of the phone, obviously, it's from the outside, not the inside, okay? The outside is very hard. So I wanna use the phone. So using the phone, yes, if I walk in an area that suddenly I feel unsafe, I see a person walking around or behaving, my inner bell are starting to ring, instead of putting it here, I'm gonna hold it in my hand. And a predatorial behavior, one who's a predator, and I think we talked about it last time, we'll talk about it later, we don't have too much time now. Awareness is a predatorial behavior. I'm aware, I'm looking, and my phone is in my hand. And the nature of criminals, a criminal tries to attack the non-ready. Yes, the prey, not the predator. A predator does not attack a predator in general, not in specific, okay? The only predator that attacks a predator is one who's really desperate, like someone who needs drugs and he needs to get the phone even for 50 bucks. He will try to steal someone. This is an extreme situation, but we're gonna be ready for everything. So using the phone itself, the hard part, again, is around, so how to strike. So we're gonna do through a few movements how to strike. Now, if I wanna strike from the front, you see this area, if you can take your phone and tap, if you don't have it, you can see it's very, very hard. Very, very hard. Now, let's say if you have a fancy phone, a phone Pro, whatever, and it's over $1,000, guys, doesn't matter. This $1,000, don't worry about the cost. Your life is much more important. So use that tool as self-defense. Okay. Now I have the phone and something happened. All right. I have something. If somebody's coming at me and asks, and he wants my phone, let's start from this, and he wants to rob me of the phone, I cannot tell you what to do, but I can give you an option. If you feel safer to give your phone away, give the phone away, but don't stand there. So how do you actually give an object? How do we give an object? This, dropping on the floor, let him pick up, it's not a good idea. Dropping on the floor and actually moving away, it's actually, makes the attacker more angry, more aggressive, and it might respond to it. So if I need to give someone something away, if you ask me for my phone, I'm actually gonna do that step and go back. I create space and now I can flip. So I'm taking a step as I'm doing it, and I'll show you again. If someone wants my phone, and even if it's close to me, obviously I will see quickly where I can go. If it's from the side, I will give them the phone and step away. If I can do it to the left, I can do it to the right. I'll do it step away. Now I have space to run. Don't wait. Don't try to analyze what's going to happen after. Doesn't matter. Just go. Give and step at the same time. Create space and go. Now, if the scenario does not give us that relatively good option to escape and we need to attack, it's time for attack. How do we attack? So basically think about, I'm trying to be as simple as possible. Again, simplicity is the safest thing. Straight attack and circular attack. Straight attack and circular attack. when our opponent is in front of us. So how do I attack with the phone? As I'm holding it, as you see, I don't want to hold it too close. So I want to make sure I'm grabbing it from the bottom of it. And as you throw a straight attack, yes, you throw a straight attack. Very simple. Where do I attack? Recommended from the throat up to the eyebrow. Do not attack on the skull, anything on the skull, because the skull is very hard, even though it's going to be painful for the defender, but he will still keep on doing. Our goal is not to inflict pain. Our goal is to not neutralize or attack the attacker in order for us to go somewhere else, ideally to flee. So attacking straight, as you see, from a very natural position. Someone is here and I have my phone. Attacking straight here. Yes, so open up with your left, with your right. So if you have a phone and you want to train on that a little bit, please, let's do it for 15 seconds. So look what I'm doing. As I'm doing it, yes, I'm throwing the attack and I'm recoiling it. Don't leave your hand out there. Now visualize the person and visualize the different heights and size. Remember, from the throat all the way up to the eyebrows, that's what you want to do. Yes, and basically you do like this, left and right. And yes, you can switch a little bit here and here, here and here. Yes, like that. Very simple. Okay. The second attack that we can do, yes. Again, these are the time that I think something might happen. My inner bells are ringing and I want to be prepared. So I'm going to prepare with the phone. I'm going to take the phone and I'm going to hold it like that. Like a hammer. Look at this. It's the shape of a hammer. You need to understand you got to squeeze the phone when you strike, whether it's straight or whether it's in a hammer position. You need to squeeze it the same way we need to squeeze a fist. I want to squeeze it so I will not lose it because I want to use it again. So hammer fist is more of a circular attack, as you see like this, and I can attack from different angle. So look at my head. My targets are from this side to this side. Okay, you see these? That is the angle, which means throat, all the side of my face here, eyebrows, and the same in the other side. So we can start covering those areas. Now, as you see, every movement, I recoil my movement. So I want you to cover with your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can switch hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it for a few seconds. Now, guys, when you do this movement, don't do it as an exercise. Every little movement that you do has to come from a space of urgency. This is your own personal apocalypse. So doing this, it's like chopping onions on a board, which means you mentally don't even ready to defend yourself. So every movement that you do, you have to send a message. And the message is, I'm stopping you. That's it. That's the message. And you send it through this. So no, you are. I'm going to stop you now in a very aggressive way. Okay? Let's do it for about 10, 15 seconds. Cover that area. Go ahead. Work on both hands. And good. Now let's mix it up. Let's mix them a little bit straight. You can switch and circle attack. Straight. Now look at what I'm doing also, like an opposite, almost like a circle attack from the inside. So I can do this. I can do that. Let's mix it up. 1, 2, from here. Now when I'm doing it, my intent is very clear. You want my phone, you'll get the phone all the way. Yes, here's the phone. Right here, 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 as fast as you can. Let's go. Good. Good. And time. Excellent. So in Krav Maga, we don't rely only on one movement. We don't rely on one channel of solution. We have to rely on many movements. And what are we going to do now? How are we going to express it? As I throw this, continue with any other attacks that you know. You see that? So it's not only the phone, you still have the rest of your body. Straight, kick, punch, through a headbutt, through a knee, mix it up. So think of it that it's just a replacement to your fist and the rest of your body is still active. So what I would like you to do, At my go, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. And when those 5 seconds, for now you can do it slow. I'm starting, kicking, yes, and stop. Okay? I'll tell you when to start and when to stop. It's very simple. Ready? Go. Do it slow. What else you have? What else? Explore what else you have that you can use. Your fist, your elbows, your knees. And tap. Good. Now let's do it a little bit faster. Just a little. Instead of faster, let's say fluid. Instead of to do one motion of the time, because fluidity, again, is part of our system. So as I'm doing this, right away to that, and to this, to here, and as you see, I don't stop, okay? Fluid, you don't have to do it fast, but do it fluid. So start with an attack here or here. Continue with the rest of your body, any position that we learn. This one, or even this one, okay? Ready? Go. Fluid, don't pass, don't pass. Like that, like surfing. Think you're surfing. There is no pausing in surfing waves. Fluidity, 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 and time. Good. Now let's do it fast this time. Okay, let's see how fast you can do it. So we are starting from a ready position. We are not doing it from here. We are ready. Okay, so you can hold the phone, any position you want, here, here, any hand you want. And when I say go, I want you to burst with your fastest attack until I tell you to stop. Safety and training, make sure there's no kids, nobody around. Don't make holes in the walls, all right? So take a brief look around you a little bit, that you're safe to do it. Let's stand from this position. Ready? Go! Come on, fast, as fast as you can. Use the phone and the rest of your body. Come on, 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 come on. And time. Good. All right. Now we managed to stop the attacker. What is stopping again? Stopping means it's enough time for us to do something else. What is something else? Go to a loved one, ideally to escape, and so on and on and on and on. But how do we condition ourselves to do it? So as we're going to do the same drill as we did, but when I say stop, I want you to disappear from the screen. Go away for 2-3 seconds, like a ninja. Poof! Which means when I'm done, go. And come back. You don't have to go far. If you do go to the kitchen, you want to make me a cup of coffee and come back, that's fine. Okay? One more time when I say go, as fast as attack that you have. Yes, and go ideally to the door, to exit, or whatever you have in your room. Condition yourself to do the right thing. Ready? Go! Fast! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Attack, 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 as fast as you can. Use the phone and the rest of your body. Good. And back. One more time. Last time, and then I think we are done. Get ready. Go! Fast, 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 until I tell you to stop, until I tell you to stop, until I tell you to stop. And time. Disappear, disappear. Good. Okay. Again, very fast. There's not much time, but the idea, the mindset of what to do. And again, the most common thing, even when we go to sleep, we always put a phone with charging next to our bed, and so on and on and on. So cell phone is pretty much the most common object to use. Shadow box a little bit from time to time with your phone. Think of how you're using it like we did, and it's going to be an amazingly practical phone object to use, especially as it's a non-threatening. If you walk with a stick or someone or something like that, what someone is see it as a threat, nobody see a phone as a threat. That's why it's quite sneaky. Even though I'm holding like this, the likelihood that you think I'm going to strike you is very low.
Danny, couple quick questions that I saw. One, what about yelling and screaming? Is that a good idea if you're out in public?
Absolutely everywhere yelling and screaming, but the question is what? Okay, yelling and screaming is a very important thing. First of all, to create attention. Criminals, attacker, and people on that line, they do not want attention. So screaming and yelling is loud is very important to create attention. Number two, what is to scream? Stop, leave me alone, go away is actually a bad vocabulary. This is a prey vocabulary. Subconsciously is making you weak through the process. What you want to do when you scream, you want to describe out loud what you're going to do to the attacker. Like a street. Or even cursing out loud. That's more of a predatorial behavior.
Great. Okay, there are more questions in there, but I want to move over to Zeev, and then we'll come back at the end to ask a few questions, and whether you think it's a good idea to carry the spear that's in the back of your room.
I'm using it usually to scratch my back.
Okay, that's
better than this one. Although it's from rubber. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for Danny. Very important aspect of the Krav Maga is understanding the logical in it. But here we are for action. So please, just quick warm up. Rotate your hands and backwards. Do like a scissor-like movement from side to side. Hold your hands here and rotate your body with elbow strikes. Pay attention to the hip, which is turning from one side to the other. And we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and several more repetitions. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good, good, good. Don't stop, don't stop. Very nice. Relax. Okay. Stretch aside. And to the other side. And again, here we're going to do like leaning on the leg, try to lift the other, don't break everything around you. And to the other side. If you feel that you need to do it slower or do it again, no worry. And time. Hands on the pelvis, rotate it. 1, 2, 3, and change direction. I'm apologizing in advance about my voice. I'm a little bit, I lost it. I'm just recovering. Guys, pay attention. Knee up and down, okay? 10 times with the right leg, 10 times with the left. Come on, let's work. It's only for just moving the blood a little bit inside our vein. Yes, good, good. Don't forget to switch legs. Very nice. Pay attention right now. We're moving. Just a second. I will take the camera a little bit down that you will see my legs. Okay, it's important. With the front leg, we're standing like when one leg in the front, one leg in the back. Okay, and we're moving forward and backwards. We call this moving shadow boxing, and this is why we're doing dynamic exercise with that. To look from the side, just stepping forward and backwards with the front leg. This is the exercise. So let's do it several times, a little bit with repetition. Very nice. And stop when I'm clapping my hand from moving, stand still, and strike with the front hand, and then with the back hand, and continue to move. We call it a jab and a cross. All right, let's move and go. 1, 2, and continue to move. Again, 1, 2, continue to move. And again, 1, 2. Adding to that, 1, 2, and like what we did before, a knee forward, and this is what we're doing. So moving and go. 1, 2 with the hands, knee attack, and then look at me right now. After that, I'm moving around. Basically, it's a very important drill in the Krav Maga while dealing with someone in front of me. Finishing the problem, I want to scan around and look to my back because this is the place I'm exposed to. So let's do this drill. Go. 2 attacks with the hands, knee attack, and scan around. Okay, let's do it again. Every time I'm counting, let's do it. 1, 2 attacks, knee, and scan. Another one, up, 2 attacks, knee attack, and scan around. Very nice. Okay, let's add to all this attacking combination, beginning with the front leg up. It's like snapping with it. It's not a strong attack. It's like touching someone. It's an attack that is aimed to the groin area. okay, which is a vulnerable point. And here it's like hitting, 2 attacks, knee attack, and scan around. All right, let's do it several times. Move, 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 and go. Front leg, kick, 2 attacks, knee attack, and move. Very nice. 3 more times. 1, pam, 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 boom, and move. 2, kick, 2 attacks, knee attack, and move. And the last one, 3, kick first, 2 attacks with the hands, knee attack, and move around. Very nice. Guys, everybody are relaxing with, we call it here in Israel, 10, 10, 10, okay? 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and 10 sit-ups. Come on. Have fun. Let's work. On the ground, 10 push-ups. No, it's not so hard, guys. Come on. All right, guys, come on. Let's rock and roll. You should be at the end of it. And we're continuing. So from that point, let's add another element. It's like defensive element. Just imagine you are defending a circular attack, which Danny showed before, which is one of the most common attacks that can happen in the street. I call it windmill style of attack. If you will be looking at clips of CCTV camera, mobile phone camera, most of the events that happen in real life are not professional events, okay? You will not see their fighters fighting, moving, doing drills like in Hollywood films. You will see most of it swinging like that, kicking like that, and this is what we need to address to. So we are beginning and doing like that. Defending to the side, like a 360. After that, kicking, 2 attacks, knee attack, and move around, okay? Exactly like we did before. This is part of the Krav Maga that we were talking about it before, building up skills that we don't need to think about, simple skills, okay? So with me right now, defend, okay? Kick, 2 attacks, knee attack, and scan around and look to your back, okay? Let's do it from mobile eye movement, exactly. Move, 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 and go. Defend, kick, 2 attacks, knee attack, and move. Continue to move, and go. Defend, kick forward, 2 attacks, knee attack, and scan around. And the last one, go. Defend, kick, 2 attacks, yes, 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 knee attack, and move around. Very nice. Okay, hands up, air out. Again, hands up, inhale and exhale. And last one, and out. All right, guys, hopefully you are beginning to be warmed up now, okay? I would like to describe what we're going to train on today, which is like, we describe it as physical de-escalation, which began to be an important aspect of teaching self-defense, realistic self-defense. I just want to explain, while I was beginning to learn Krav Maga, when the conditioning was simple. Someone is touching you, you are defending and destroying. That was the state of mind, okay? Now imagine we're teaching at 10 years old when someone is trying to tag him on the shoulder or slap him in his face, he's defending and destroying forward, hitting the chin, hitting the groin. Of course, this is a very not a welcome outcome of this situation. And we understand that many of the events that happen in real life, we would like to de-escalate them mentally, with words, with behavior, and then if needed, physically, okay? And today we're going to touch the physical aspect. Of course, we have many more techniques and tactics regarding that. We'll just touch the simple one, okay? The first one is very simple. Guys, look what I'm doing right now. I will show it from the side. I call it pushing elbow forward, and the idea is very simple. I'm raising with my front arm like that, and I'm pushing, not with the soft part of it, but a bit with, if you touch your bony part of your forearm close to the elbow, you will see how stiff it is. So this part of my arm is basically lying on the area of the chest and sternum bone, and by that, pushing backwards. With working with the leg, we have a technique of I'm raising a bit up my front leg and bursting forward while pushing with the back leg. This is the idea. Let's do it several times. I just want to aim the camera back so you'll able to see my leg are moving. So back leg, okay? Just remember, this is the pushing leg. When I say go, up with the front leg and push forward with the vertical elbow. Get ready and go. Yes, again, pay attention to the angle of the elbow, not to straight it forward, but I want to push with the arm. So everybody that will look from the side will understand that it's a push. I'm not hitting someone. Let's do it another more time. And front leg is up and go forward. Yes, very nice. Again, and go, like that. Very good. After that, I would like to do like a bit more complicated move, which we call it a low kick. And here we are hitting with the shin in the circular way to the thigh of the aggressor. Guys, both of this technique will inflict a lot of pain and basically create the aggressor to be less aggressive, less with the abilities to be jeopardizing us, okay? So the idea is simple here. Just let's work on the leg. Work out. Look what I'm doing and copy me, okay? When I say one, the front leg is rotating on place. The back leg is getting up pay attention to the heel, how high it is. And I'm landing it like that in a circular way. Get ready. Don't do it very fast if you don't know this technique, just for learning it. And go. Rotate, knee up, and rotate it like that. Again, go. Rotate, bam. Very nice. And another one, go. Bam. So the combination is very simple here. I will push with my elbow arm and land my low kick and move around and scan. Both of this technique will be enabling me to create pain, okay? The aggressor, which is coming towards me, will be pushed back. He will suffer from pain, but it's not an injury. He will live after. He will be okay, okay? He will recover from that, and this is why this family of techniques are so important. Get ready. I'm reminding we need to have a front leg and go. Pushing with the elbow and a low kick. Very good, and scan around. Again, go. Push with an elbow. Yes. And let's do it from mobilization. Move, move, move. And go. 1, 2. Very good. Last one. And go. 1 and 2. Very nice. Okay. Cool with that. Guys, let's relax a little bit with 10 jump squats. Like that. Yes. Go, 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 go. I promise you, when you'll sweat today, I have to deliver. But you're still smiling, so not so hard. All right, good. So that was the first option. The second option I would like to deal with physical de-escalation will be used on hitting the solar plexus. I will show it here. If you will go and touch the socket in your chest, okay, you feel basically the base of the sternum bone. Go something like 3-4 centimeters beneath it. You'll find a soft spot there. breathe, and push it in while doing that. And you'll feel basically what the hit will do to a person, okay, to a human. Basically, the idea is that I'm hitting the solar plexus muscle, which is the muscle that is responsible for the breathing process, expanding and the rib cage and thus the lung. And when it will stop and it will crunch, the guy that will be hit would be basically stop breathing for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, okay? It's a terrible sensation to him, but the mechanism in the brain will, after this 20, 30 seconds time, will be opening and regain the breathing process, and he will be okay, okay? But while he will get hit, you'll see, you'll hear two things. First of all, all the air is going out, and something from this family of behavior, holding the place with pain, going down, completely losing interest of being an attacker and ability of being an attacker. After suffering the consequence, he will like regain his breathing and he will be okay, okay? So for working on it, just stand with one leg forward, one leg backwards, the same with the hand. And I would like you to think about your backhand and to deliver a punch, but pay attention to what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm squatting a little bit and turning to the side while delivering the attack. When the idea, I want that my shoulder would be at the height of the solar plexus of the guy that I'm hitting, all right? Let's do it several times, guys. From here, and squats to the side and hit. Again, squats to the sling to the side and hit. Again, squat and hit. Very nice. And from here, we're doing the one. With the other hand, we're doing a secondary movement that is aimed to the area of the, in our right side of my body, there is the liver is lying there underneath the rib cage when the lower part of it is exposed. So if you look about your rib cage, you can touch it. Between that and the pelvis bone, there is a gap. Stab it in a little bit. So you'll feel, and the outcome is like very similar to what will happen when I will hit the solar plexus with the circular movement. I'm hitting the liver. So it's a 1, 2, okay? And the outcome of that will be a guy that is like, it's done, okay? He will not go to the hospital after because he will recover, but for sure it will stop the attack. So from here, stand still, and let's deliver first and to the solar plexus and a circular movement to the liver, okay? Again, and 1 and 2. Again, and 1 and 2. And let's do it from mobilization, move, move, move. When I'm clapping my hands, bam, bam, okay? I will show it here. This is one attack low, and the second is like with a circular movement is getting to the side of the body. Let's move and go. 1, 2, and continue to move. Again, 1, 2, and continue to move. And go. 1, 2. Let's do it a little bit faster, okay? When I'm clapping my hands, bent, do it quick. Of course, you can scan around after because we're doing it every time in street events. And go. Yes. And go. Good. And another one. Oh. Very nice. Okay. Guys, everybody are relaxing with the next exercise. Okay. When I see that your smile is beginning to disappear. Yes. Drink a bit. We call it sprawls. Go to the ground, jump up and hit twice. Pump, 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 pump. Let's do 10 of it. Come on. Yes. Good, 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 good. Okay, enough. Good, good, guys, good, good. Hopefully that you are still okay. Okay. Now let's do a very simple drill, guys. And I would like one of the most important things that we can do in self-defense and Krav Maga training will be try to illustrate reality, okay? Because most of us are not familiar with realistic situation, hopefully, that not many of you have been in situation when you need to react to something that happened in the street, at home, playground, and so go on. But the idea when we are training as before, the brain and the body as now, will be like that. I will be able to make decision work almost on the automatic mode, okay? So I'd like to train a bit about this kind of scenario training and look how I'm behaving, okay? The first behavior I'm addressing like chest forward towards you, okay? I want to engage with you. Your reaction should be pushing me back, boom, and land the low kick. Make sense? Like I'm trying to close the distance. The pushing elbow, vertical elbow, will be basically make the guy go back, and then I will land the second attack on his thigh, and hopefully the both of them will make him not be an attacker anymore. This is the idea, all right? So when I'm doing that to you, would like you to push. I will show from here, up, and land the low kick, okay? Get ready. Just look at me. But guys, it needs to be like, we discussed it before. It can be like, oh, I will push you, okay? It needs to be aggressive, okay? Because I want to push the guy a bit, okay? He will leave after. It will not need to go to the hospital, but I want to solve the situation that it will be a solution that can be, go on later to be something more complicated, okay? So again, I'm like doing that with my chest forward, push me, and land the kick. Get ready. Yes, think about the push with the elbow first because it's close to us. This is how we are making the distance away. And again. Good. And let's do it right now, a second option. Instead of me behaving like that, which is the first scenario, I'm behaving like that. Okay, I'm trying to hold you on the shirt, which is a situation that happened a lot in streets events. My reaction right now will be from here, moving with my both hand in a circular way, so the hand that is being reached are being pushed aside, and immediately after land one and land two, okay? Get ready. Yeah, we need to open only once, guys, okay? Move the hands aside and immediately create a situation that you will not be able to hold me again. Yes, and that's it. And now this is the trick, okay, guys? Let's talk about a bit of decision making, okay? I can do that. Push and land. Or I can try and reach to you with the hands, so hand to the side, hit the solar plexus, hit the liver. Just stand in front of me and look at me. Okay, when my chest is forward, push like that. Again. Yes, and again. Whoop. Yes, and if you thought this is complicated, let's do it in the next level of challenging people in scenarios that would like to do it when their pulse is up, when the stress is built up. So move a little bit. When I tell you to go, just throw attacks as fast as you can, kicks, knees, hands attacks, everything that you know. It can be very simple, and just look at me all the time and see if I'm doing that or I'm doing that and react accordingly, all right? Let's move. Throw attacks. Bam, 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 bam. Kicks. Knee. Look at me, guys. Whoop. Vertical elbow and a low kick. Yes, and continue to move. Move, move, move. Throw attacks. Throw, 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 throw. Elbows too. Opa. Yes. And opa again. Continue to throw attacks. More, 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 more. Look at me. Yes, very nice. Okay, guys, relax. We have right now the segment that I love the most, okay? I prepared it to you because last time I told you I was very soft to you with 60 seconds round. We'll do it 75 seconds now. Guys, the first round you'll hear the gong, squat, kick for 75 seconds. When you hear the gong at the end, I will be either doing that or trying to hold you. Try to see if you will be able to make the correct decision and solve the problem that I'm throwing to you. Just seconds. Get ready. You will hear a big gong. Let's go. Come on.
Round one.
Squat and kick. Squat and kick. Squat and kick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good, good. Don't stop, guys. Don't stop. Don't stop. 75 seconds. It's not a lot. It's not, okay, my 6-year-old kids are doing that in training. Yes? Come on. Good, 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 good. Don't stop. Don't stop. I will declare 30 seconds more. You are stopping only when it's gonging. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. A bit more. 20 seconds left. Guys, continue to do the exercise with eyes closed. Just listen to the gong. When the gong is gonging, open the eyes and look at me. Come on, don't stop, guys. We have some more time. Work, 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 work. Pay attention to the sound. And opa! Yes, very nice. Cool, guys. Relax a little bit. It's not the last one, okay? Pay attention, okay? The exercise we're going to do right now is 75 seconds. You know what? I will do it a bit differently. You'll begin to jump on one leg until you can't hold on, and then go to the next one. Hopefully, okay, you will be able to do all the time on one leg, but not expectedly, okay? So listen to the gong. I will remind again, jumping on one leg all the time without stopping. If you feel that you are finished, move to the next one until it's gonging. And I will declare each 10 seconds about the time. Get ready. Let's go, come on.
Round one.
Jump, 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 jump. Smile, don't forget, it's important. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Yes, very nice. If you feel the muscle begin to burn, you can switch legs. Yes, don't injure it. Yes, hold it. 30 seconds pass. More, 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 very nice. Wayne, I see that you're working hard today. Come on, come on, come on. 30 seconds more. It's really the end. I will ask you to close your eyes before the end of the round until react to me again. If you're too tired on the other leg, switch legs again. Come on, guys. Don't stop. Yes, yes, close your eyes. Continue to jump. Listen, listen to the gong. When it's gonging, open the eyes and look at me. Oh, pushing elbow and a low kick. All right, guys, enough. I was planning another round, Wayne, but right. Okay. Yes.
Okay. I think my heart rate is up at probably an escalated level. Okay. All right, so let's try to get in one or two real quick questions before we close out. There's a question about height differential. If your attacker is much taller, where should you aim?
First of all, hitting the solar plexus is solving the problem because this is a very tall guy. I will hit forward without bending the knees, so it's not a problem. I saw a question before regarding power, regarding ladies, okay, which is a very important question. So here, of course, power is about of training to generate it. You don't need to generate a lot of power in this strike because it's like you need to surprise the attacker. But yet again, if you're not strong enough to do that, we'll simply use other vulnerable point like hitting the groin, okay, or scratching the eyes. It's an issue that against the topic of against the idea of not inflicting injuries, because if I'm scratching someone's eyes, if I'm a 60-kilogram lady dealing with a 120-kilogram attacker, forget about that. It will not happen. Okay, it's not the correct tool for this event. Okay, and according to that, we need to use, as usually, the Krav Maga. To each situation, we need to give the proper solution, and that it's a subject for training, of course.
Great. Okay? And final word. Origins of Krav Maga. Where did it come from? And
origin of Krav Maga is in the IDF, Israeli Defense Force, which was like beginning of a use of soldiers, okay, of using the weapon as an impact weapon. When it stopped shooting, okay, when you have a malfunction and I can shoot it from a very close range, okay, I can use the metal of it, okay, for defensive movement, from attacking movement, and so go on. And that was the origin. It was developed then in the army at the previous century, 60s, 1960s. So it went to civilian with the founder of Krav Maga, and then it was adapted to civilian situation of self-defense. And this is how was in short, the history of Krav Maga.
Great. Well, Zeev and Danny, thanks again. Our good friend in Southern California, Giovanni, said we needed to start 2021 coming out swinging, and you guys help us do that. We're extremely grateful for you. We have people who are in the audience of every age demographic, from every background, and everyone recognizes the need for self-defense at the most personal level, at the national level, at every level. And so we're thankful for you guys sharing these insights for multiple generations, and for everyone hoping and praying for and sending all our best wishes and blessings for the new year to everyone, that it be a safe year, it be a healthy year, and it be one where friends come together and support one another even during difficult times. So we'll sign off for now. We've got an amazing season ahead for you of programs. So go get your vaccinations when they're available, and then come tune in to us every Wednesday and Sunday at this time, because we'll be here bringing fascinating partnerships and learning opportunities and experiential opportunities from both the United States and Israel. Everybody have a wonderful week. Thanks, Danny.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.